Okay, y'all, welcome to Knott's Country Kitchen this morning. And forgive me, I'm not going to show you me. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. Me and Mr. Knott, we both have the flu, and I do look that great. So I just thought I'd go ahead and show you what I'm going to be preparing today. Today I am fixing potato soup. For me and Mr. Knott, because we don't feel well. This flu is, y'all, just saying. And the first thing you're going to start off with is I got 4 strips of smoky bacon, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice that there in half. And we're going to dice our bacon so that way it can render in the pot. Let me pull y'all back a little bit so you can see here. Okay, so we're going to render this bacon in the pot. I have a pot on the stove. We will get that prepared and we'll get that ready to start cooking this bacon. And then what we're going to do after we get this bacon done up is kind of separate it a little bit so that way it doesn't have a hard time trying to cook it through and through, and it all cooks at the same speed, so to speak. Okay, as you can hear me sniffling and stuff, but like I said, we've been fighting this flu, and I just didn't feel like being seen because I don't really look that great, and I really would like to be presentable, but I have to cook, so I thought I'd go ahead and I'd like to be able to post something for y'all. I don't want to be out so long that y'all can't see what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to bring you over here to this pot. I got the pot on the stove, and I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of oil just to get it started for the bacon to cook. And then we're going to go ahead and turn our flame on, probably about down to a medium down, and let this come up and get a little warm like that there. And let me get my spoon over here, y'all, so that way I can go ahead and get it presented. And then what we're going to go do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our bacon in there, all of our bacon, and let it start cooking and getting that smoky flavor out. Kind of separate that bacon off up in there like so, so that way. And then while we're letting that cook, we'll go over here and start cutting up our onion for our pot. We're going to bring our onion in here so you can see here. And we're going to go right down the center. And when you're cutting, be sure that you put the flat side down just like that so it doesn't roll around on you, and that way you have good leverage of cutting it like so. Okay. So, and then when you come to this part here like that, then turn it on its side. That way you have full control of your onion. Then you're going to bring it to side like this and just go ahead and dice it up. Okay, let me get that stem off of there. Set that aside. And go ahead and get that cut up. We're going to go ahead and get this on. We're going to use a whole small onion for this soup, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and cut this up. Go ahead and get that, because it doesn't have to be small. Matter of fact, you don't want it really small, okay? Alright, and as you can hear, you hear the bacon back there already sizzling. So we got that. Let me get this to where this is going to be easy enough to pick up without dropping it all over the place, because y'all know I'm not Oh, that's good bacon. I'm not the most graceful cook. But while we're letting that do, what we'll go ahead and over here is we're going to go ahead and start preparing our, let me stir our bacon right quick, y'all. We're going to go ahead and start peeling our taters, okay? Get them taters good and peeled. And I've got 5 potatoes out here. I will check and see if that's going to be enough to make enough for me and Mr. Knott. And try to make enough to this will carry us through for the day. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get all of our potatoes peeled. Just like so. Okay? I'm going to throw these away as I go because I don't know. I have OCD and I can't stand stuff in my area. So, even though I know I'm going to mess it up again. So, but anyhow, I wish y'all, we could do a face-to-face, but like I said, I just don't feel good, y'all. But I wanted to be able to bring this to y'all since I was going to go ahead and cook it anyway for me and Mr. Knott. And my honey bunny is in there sick. He just came down with it starting yesterday. And I'm on day 3 with it. I think it's day 3 or 4. I can't remember. But he and I both was in bed almost all day yesterday. And, except for the time that I had to get up and go to Tyler to get his medicine. And let me check and see how this bacon's doing, y'all. Oh, it's rendering that really nicely. Okay, and then so you're also going to get that really good bacon fat from the bacon to give it even more flavor. Okay, and but it is absolutely delicious. It's good for you. Well, some would beg to differ with you that it's good for you, but hey, you know, because it's a starch and you know, all the stuff that's going in it. But as long as you do things in moderation, it's you know, it's not bad for you as long as you just do it in moderation. You know, really watch your starch intakes and your sugar intakes and so forth. But just, you know, do things in moderation. And so we're on our last one, and once we start dicing this up, we'll see if this is going to be enough of what I need. If not, then I can always add some more taters to the pot. Let me clean this area right here. Wipe it down just a little bit. Okay. And then we'll move this out of the way. Let me check on, I don't want my bacon to burn, y'all. Okay. It's rendering down really nicely, so let's go ahead and put our onion off in there. Okay, let's go ahead and get our onion in there and let it get that going, and I'll show it to you as we go. I'll turn it around here so you can see this. See how well, let me raise you up just a little bit so I got you lower down so you can see it on the we want that to cook really good. As you can see, let me get you down here so you can see. I'm going to work the camera, y'all. There you go. We're going to let that kind of just go a little bit. And now we're going to concentrate on our potatoes over here. And you don't want to cut them really big, but you don't want them small either. Same thing is going to go with the potatoes, like your onion. You're going to make sure that you have it sit down flat. And then we're just going to dice it like that there. I don't want it real small, but I don't want it real big either. And you want to try to get them all uniform so they'll all cook at the same length. I'm going to put that over there into my wash pot. so we can wash our taters as we go. So we're going to slice them over there. I hope y'all enjoy these recipes. I hope y'all try them, and if you do, please give this video a thumbs up and share it for other people to be able to see it. And hopefully they'll get to enjoy these recipes as well. Okay. Well, y'all, that starch is wanting to hold on to that. Wanting to hold on to that sucker's not wanting to let it go. Alright. It says, well, she don't feel real good today, so let's give her a little bit of problems. Just like, okay, let's get that little dark spot off there. Put that down off in there. Slide that over into our wash bin. Come on now. Like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I don't want you playing around with his child like that, knowing she don't feel good. Let me get that back over here. So, put that over there. Get that back in there. Over there. Get that over there. So let's go ahead and wash our taters. Get them nice and clean. Alright. Got it splattered everywhere, y'all. That's alright. Like I said before, if you don't make a mess, guess what? You ain't a good cook. That's what my mama used to always say. You don't make a mess, you ain't a good cook. All good cooks make a mess. Alright, let's get back over here and see what our taters and our bacon, and our onions are doing. Oh, it's looking nice, y'all. Look. See there? See there? They've rendered down. That bacon's really good. Now you got that there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add our potatoes to the pool. And we're going to mix it all up like this here, so that way those potatoes can get all that good flavor from the bacon. Okay. Just like so. Just like that. Just like that, y'all. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some salt and pepper. Okay. That's probably about, I'll say, probably about a half teaspoon. Just eyeball it, because I mean we like a lot of pepper. Some people don't like as much, so I'm going to say half teaspoon of each. Half teaspoon of pepper, half teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to kind of let those taters kind of hang out a little bit to absorb all of that natural flavors of that bacon, that onion. Oh, get back in there. I'm going to jump out of the pool, y'all. I said, not today. Not today, y'all. Okay. See up in there? Isn't it looking good? Alright. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add our liquid. We're going to need to add some water to it. So, y'all, let me get my measuring cup for you, because I don't measure nothing. I just always eyeball everything. I've just been cooking for so long, so I just don't measure anything. Okay, that's going to be 1 cup. Two cups. It's 3 cups. Let me see if it's got enough to make the juice that I want. Because if we want, we're going to go with 4 cups of water. Okay? 4 cups of water. Here it is. 4 cups of water. Just like so. And then I already have diced up. Let me find it. I already have diced up. I took, and I always when I buy the celery, I automatically go ahead and cut it up and prepare it for the freezer so that way it's already done. So I'm going to say, go ahead right now and put in about 2 stalks of celery, okay? About 2 stalks of celery. Alright, we'll let that come to a boil until the potatoes are tender. We're going to give it one more good stir, like so. We're going to put a bay leaf in it. We're going to get a bay leaf, or 2. Let's put 2 bay leaves in there. Just like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover this now and let that come to a boil to soften those potatoes, and then we'll make our roux. Now at this point, we're going to take a whole stick of butter, but we're going to cut it down a little bit. Well, you know what? Let me get the other one, because this one is really soft. So hold on just a second. We're going to take a whole stick of unsalted butter, and we're just going to put the whole thing in there like that, like so, because it's going to melt through there. Now that we got our water, you know, steaming enough to melt it really, really good. I'm going to put that whole stick of butter in there. Y'all, we got some deliciousness going on up in here. Up in here, I'm telling you. Okay. We're going to put the top back on it and let it boil and let it do its thing. And then I'm going to clean up my area and I'll be right back. Okay. Now we're going to look and see if our potatoes are good and tender without falling apart. Oh yeah, they're ready to go. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead now, take out our bay leaf. Both of our bay leaves, they've done their job. We're going to dispose of them over here. And then we are going to put this lid down, y'all. Let me bring you back over here. Let you see what we're going to be doing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a tablespoon of cornstarch, a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch. We're going to see if that's going to be enough for us. Excuse me. Let me get well, I guess I can use this. Anyhow, I use evaporated milk, and the reason I use evaporated milk versus homogenized is because this is creamier. This brings a more richness to it. And I'm going to say that right now, what we're going to start off with is probably like a cup of cream, okay? You're going to whisk it really good. Make sure that you get all those lumps out of there. And what this is going to do, this is going to thicken up our soup, okay? We don't want it real soupy. You do want this soup, you want it a little thick. Not too thick, but you want it thickened. Let's put it that way. Okay. I'm gonna say we're probably gonna need, y'all, maybe another little, maybe a third of a teaspoon of cornstarch. And we'll know when we start adding it to that hot broth over here that we've got in our soup. Okay, I believe I've got all of that out of there. So let me bring you back over here. Okay, to our pot. And we're going to start slowly incorporating that cream to our soup and let it do its job of thickening up. Okay, and just keep stirring it till it thickens some. It's getting there. It's getting there, y'all. At this point, I'm going to taste it and see if it needs any more salt or any more black pepper. And the way you do that without burning yourself, y'all, is you're going to put that on a spoon and take your finger like that. And yeah, it's going to need a little bit more salt. Another little pinch of salt. I want to put some more black pepper. Because me and Mr. Knott, we like our pepper. We like a little food with our pepper, so to speak. You're going to let this come up to a boil, so it'll boil off all that cornstarch flavor. Kind of like burning off flour, y'all. Kind of like that. And yet your potatoes, see, still stay really good and together. So let's let that come to a boil so we can get ready to bowl it up. And you can top this off in your bowl with some cheese, which I will be doing. Let me find at this point of the game, I'm going to put in a tablespoon of sour cream. Okay. Let that all come together. Let every bit of that come together, y'all. Y'all, it's looking good in the neighborhood. I can't wait to get some of that old soup. Let me get some cheese over here, y'all. In a separate bowl, because some people don't want cheese, like cheese, or they may be, you know, just not in the mood for cheese. So, but I happen to be in the mood for some cheese. Okay, so while that's going together, let me straighten up a little area right here so we can get our soup on, so to speak. Let's get our groove on, y'all. Oh, that's looking good, y'all. That is looking really good. Y'all. That is looking really good. Can't wait to sing that in my mouth, y'all. Alright, let me gonna get that set aside. I'm gonna get a bowl ready to go. Get a ladle here, and that way when Mr. Knott wakes up, we get a lot of that goodness. I just want to make sure I get that juice. Let me put that lid back on it. I'm going to get y'all over here for the taste test. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Okay. And then we're going to put just a little bit shredded cheese on top. Like so. Keep this out for my honey bunny so when he put that up, when he gets up, he can have some soup as well. Okay. And I don't know about y'all, but I like to top mine off with a little bit of spring onion. I'm going to bring onion tips. I'm going to do it just like this right here. Okay. Put this back up in here. Let me cut this up. We're going to top that off just like that. You get a spoon, and we're going to try this, y'all. We're going to try it together. Now look at here. Let me get my spoons and stuff out of the way. Kind of mix it up. Get all that cheese melted. I hope that y'all are enjoying my recipes, and like I said, this is just a comfort food that I grew up on. I'm just no southern woman, a simple woman, but a grateful woman. And so I hope that y'all enjoy these recipes. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and share my videos out so others can enjoy it as well. Excuse me, please. Let me blow this. Y'all, all those flavors coming together. Y'all got that too fast and make my chest hurt. Went down hot too fast. Y'all, hold on. Ooh, that's painful. All those flavors rimming together. You got that smoky bacon. You got those really nice onions. You got the potatoes, you got that little bit of celery in there, you got that bay leaf, you got the butter, and now the sour cream and the cheese. And let me tell you what, that is really good. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my bowl of soup, and hopefully it's going to open my head up some, y'all, and help me to feel better. And until next time, I love you. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Keep a pure heart. And for goodness sakes, you ain't got nothing nice to say about nobody. Don't say nothing at all. God bless you all.